at your leisure.
Pump it up, pump it up. Trae. Oh, come on, come on. Pump it up, pump it up. It's the day with Trae. This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peace that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. I get to welcome you to a terrific Tuesday. You know it's going to be terrific when we have my guest who's in the building. Heru TchaasAmen is joining us once again to share some exciting news, y'all. And of course, he's also here to share some ways that he is continuing to bring healing into our community. So it's always great to have him here. But y'all know it's the top of the show, and it's always great to have you here as well, because you really are helping us grow by sharing this show with others who you feel could benefit from our daily dose of dopeness we give you here on the Day with Trae. As always, if you can't watch us, you can surely listen to us. Just search Converge Media Network and the Day with Trae anywhere you find your favorite podcast, and we'll be there. Now, before I get into it with Heru today, I got to tell y'all that there's something really, really exciting, and it's almost like infectious and contagious. That's joy, okay? That is joy. And I have been able to experience joy in the community just by participating in community events, celebrating amazing organizations and community leaders who have been paving the way for years for us. And this past weekend, I got to be there at the Becoming the Beloved Community for El Centro de la Raza, and the work that they're doing, just to hear about it from the perspective of the youth who are involved, you know, other staff who have been there, and folks who have been impacted by their phenomenal work over the decades. It's great to be able to sit around a lot of colleagues and so many other folks in the building to hear how they've been impacting community. And it was a reminder for me of what we can be doing in community to spread that infectious, contagious joy around our communities. One of those things that we can easily do is participate, volunteer, donate, give of our time, talent, and treasure to these organizations that have truly become institutions in our community. The only way that a small organization, which normally is working over capacity, becomes an institution is because people in the community accept it as such. People in the community utilize it as such. People in the community contribute to it as such. That's what really allows for the incredible work that we see with so many of our small community-based organizations. That's what allows it to be sustainable. It's us contributing. It's us sharing their great work. When we are maybe working in the philanthropy side, it's us advocating for those organizations so that donors can get to know some of the great work that's happening on the ground. It is us who may have, skills that we can bring, whether it's like event planning, or we know that we love to give to the youth, and we teach a class and we bring our knowledge to their campus, to their network, to the folks that they're serving. You know, this is what allows our organizations to become institutions. So I'm encouraging you today. What organization is doing great work in your community, or is connected to a topic you love, an idea that you maybe have expertise in, maybe you've built your career over the years in a very specific sector that could utilize your brilliance, your knowledge, your expertise? I'm encouraging you to think about how you align with some of these community-based organizations that could benefit from your skills, time, talent, treasure. I'm just saying that we make them better, y'all. And it was great to hear that from El Centro de la Raza's perspective. But there are so many other organizations. Y'all know I'm always call out Africatown Community Land Trust and the great work they're doing in the Central District and beyond. But there's so many. So find one in your neighborhood. Start connecting with them. Allow that organization to become an institution with your contributions. Well, after this short break, y'all, up next, we got Heru TchaasAmen in the building, the phenomenal Qigong instructor who's going to be giving us some information and some news. We're really excited to listen to him, and I know you don't want to miss this, so stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off
We are given the platform here with no fear.
always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
In Seattle, it's more than just coffee. It's community. At the station, we brew more than just your favorite cup. We brew connection. From Beacon Hill to Columbia City, we're a space for artists, activists, and everyone in between. A place to gather, create, and simply be. Whether you need a quiet place to work, a lively spot to meet friends, or just a moment to unwind, find your place at the station. More than coffee, it's home. Visit us in Beacon Hill or Columbia City. The Station, where community happens.
Working with Instrument has been totally different than working with a traditional bank.
They're real, and they meet you right where you stand.
I was recently funded, and that money has just changed the trajectory of what we're able to do and our output. This has been just more than just funding or a one-on-one connect. It's been an opportunity for us to really grow and connect and build roots within the community.
As a small business owner, you need to put your faith into the right people, and they seem like good people to put your faith into.
Welcome back, y'all, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now, we got Heru in the building. What's up?
Peace. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, I'm loving life. Anytime I'm on this show with you, it's a beautiful day.
I agree. You know that? I agree. Anytime you're here, it's a beautiful day. Now, this is really exciting because you've been bringing Qigong into the community for years now. You know, you shared with us on this show previously how you were really like, I needed to heal myself so I could help and heal others. That's been your motto, your mantra. But you've been like studying a lot behind the scenes, and people are just experiencing you continuously bringing these classes to the community. Tell us a bit about some of the behind the scenes study that you've been up to.
Well, yeah, the Renshu cultivation system is a life cultivation system whose motto is the do Ren, which means to heal yourself or uplift yourself so that you can uplift others. It's an organization that, you know, works on helping Qigong instructors become qualified to teach, but it also, you know, is a system that helps you personally with your life cultivation. So initially I joined the organization, I've been working with the organization in order to help myself, to heal myself, to alleviate or move away from patterns of consciousness, you know, things like indecisiveness or, you know, hypocrisy or expecting immediate results, those types of things. I wanted to work on those things. Qigong was a format for me to do that. I enjoyed it. It helped me to meditate, to you know, to develop those situations, to see what the patterns were, to find a system to heal those patterns. Mm-hmm. And so for the last 5.5 years now, I've been studying to become a qualified instructor. And a few weeks ago, I received my instructor certification. I'm now a fully qualified Rensha instructor, which, you know, it's 9 methods, 9 styles, 9 methods, 6 levels. And so now I'm a fully qualified Rensha instructor.
Oh my goodness. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
This is so huge because I know that you have been like very serious and very dedicated. And, you know, others in the community have talked about your level of dedication being such a great example for them. How do you receive that? Because folks have been experiencing you being very steadfast on this work. And now to receive, you know, the full certification of all of the levels of Rensha is huge. But how do you receive people saying, man, you're setting an example for me. You're showing me what's possible?
You know, what we say in the community is that the work works. It's lovely to hear back from people that, my healing of myself is impacting them in such a wonderful way. That's what I'm here for. I want to see my people healthy. I want to see my people happy. I want to see my people free from these patterns of discomfort and dis-ease. I want to see my people living as the true self. And in order to do that, I have to do it myself. And so, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to serve the people and take care of the people and uplift the people.
Yeah, it's such a pure thing too, because when you have that kind of understanding, it shows, it shines through, right? Like you're like, it's not about me. It hasn't been about me, right? This whole time. And so even when I try to put you in the spotlight, you're like, oh, really me, right? But it's so true. But honestly, when we think of the healing benefits, I know we've talked about it before, but I really want to dive into them, because now you're integrating Botanko breathing, you're integrating meditation, ancient practices of meditation, and, these levels of Qigong to really bring a unique experience when we talk about healing some of those dis-eases. Can you tell us a bit about what kind of things this collective work really heals?
So many things. There are over 100 physical elements related to breathing alone. Anything from sleep apnea and inflammation, digestive issues and things like that, headaches and high blood pressure, to, general malaise, that can be healed and helped with the breath alone. With Qigong, and Yuan Ming and Qigong added to that, the doors are open. You can literally deal with, subconscious patterns, behavior patterns, belief patterns. We live in a society that's always telling us and bombarding us that we are less than enough, that we have to go out and get more and more and more, that we have to stress, that we have to worry, that we have to be uncomfortable, that we have to run away to escape to find peace, those types of things. But we can't always run away. And when we run away, we have to come back eventually, right? So what is peace? How do we establish peace in our lives? And one of the focuses of Ren Sha, for instance, is to be relaxed and calm and peaceful internally at all times, no matter what chaos is going on. If we can be calm in situations of chaos, we can find the true line to get back to center. It's important. We live in a society that is fractured and polarized, that is pulling people apart so dramatically that we have to find the middle ground somehow. These techniques allow us to reclaim the ancestral breath, reclaim our natural way of being, where we understood oneness and unity as a deep core principle, and reestablishing that core is primary to reestablishing civilization. I want to heal my community. I have to heal myself. I have to remove the polarization within myself and to step away from the stress patterns that are causing me disease. And so to do that, I've found that Botanko breathing, Ren Sha Qigong, comedic meditation, and spirituality have been my keys to success there.
Yeah. It is beautiful, because through the Breathing Black Love series in your partnership with Wow Gallery, you really have been integrating all of these methods into, guided practices that you hold every Saturday at 11 a.m. Now it's all online, so folks can join. But I want to talk about how you guide people through. There are some levels that you're guiding folks through, and they're really specific, but you've gone through these courses essentially in a way that now people are already experiencing the benefits. You have people coming up to you like after class, especially when it was in person, saying, oh my gosh, it's helped me in this way. It's healing me in this way. So I love those like immediate results that are happening. But you are still doing Breathing Black Love series. Tell us how this integration has been so impactful to community.
So powerful. One of the other tenets of Ren Sha is that we want to see results, right? And to have people after class come up and say, look, this is helpful. This is healing me. This is preventing me from taking my own life. This is helping me heal my relationship. This is getting me off of medications like steroids or blood pressure medications and things like that. This is helping me sleep better. These types of things, seeing those direct results empowers me to just go deeper. Getting this certification just means I get to study more, which is fun for me. So now I have, the freedom to study deeper and dive deeper into it. And so, we've worked through the 5, essential heart qualities, talking about trust. In a world like today, we need more trust to be open, right, to the possibilities of who we are, open to the guidance of the universe, open to, introspection, those types of things. To really embrace and embody love is another quality. To be grateful to have gratitude for our existence in this body, right? And then to have Gongjing, which is true respect for all things. So we walk through, expressing what these qualities are, understanding how to perform and to carry on these qualities in life. And then now we're working on mastery, embodying those qualities. So we want to be in the presence of those qualities purified at all times. And that's my goal, is to share that. So we walk through a practice of Qigong. We're doing, different versions of Qigong, moving, the meditation practice. And then we get into some Boutenko breathing work, where we're teaching people how to breathe through their nose at all times to minimize illness and to reset the body. And then we go into a deep meditation to really anchor the heart quality. And it's been beautiful. And that partnership, I can't express enough thanks to Wow Gallery enough. Those women of wonder are amazing, supportive, and they've opened doors for me and made some dreams come true for me. So I'm so grateful.
Yeah, it's been beautiful to see in the community when we can have, powerhouses come together and create something that's, truly impactful to community. And so I love that, because you're a powerhouse, they're a powerhouse. Y'all were already doing great things. And to bring it all together, it really helps more community members identify, some of the pathways to their own healing. So y'all have been doing great work there. But you are also someone who has been involved in the school system. You have been doing classes at Breath and Body, I always want to call it Bath and Body Works, y'all, but that's not the name, right? In Columbia City. You've been partnering with institutions in our community to really bring this understanding and healing to so many. So there's a difference between working with the adults, right, and then working with the youth, right? But you found ways to make sure that this is, customized for the audience. Tell us a bit about how you switch it up a little depending on who the audience is.
When I work with young people, I want to make it fun. I want to have fun too and laugh. They want to have fun, so we make it fun. We gamify it, right? We practice things really accessing the imagination or manipulating Qi, using Qi. So in a group setting, movement, based, right? Less talking. Obviously with children, so we get to play with Qi more, which is fun, just fun and fundamental. Then working with older clients, adults and seasoned learners, we bring more experiences in as far as that is as well. We want to use proper pedagogy, so really working on techniques. I'm gonna give you the information. We're gonna get you into the frequency, and we're gonna seed the information in you, and we're gonna give you space to practice. It's been fun to get creative around learning and seeing the growth, man. It's been phenomenal. I think of it like Voltron. I'm trying to connect with all the people and form Voltron. We got to form up, as community entities. Don't forget Africa Town. I'm working with Africa Town too, and that's Africa Town opened the door, kicked down the doors 100%. For me initially, and I support Africa Town wholeheartedly. I still rock with them, and we got some stuff coming up in the works with them as well.
Wow, that was going to be my next thing. So you brought it up already, because I was going to say, when we think of institutions in our community, Africa Town has been huge because they recognized the healing before a lot of other entities, right? They were like the first ones to say, man, bring this here. How do we support? How do we make sure that, folks in our community know? So huge shout out to Africa Town. Now, you're taking this show on the road, though, I heard. You now get to participate as one of the speakers for an amazing event happening in Philadelphia. Tell us more.
Kemet Fest is happening in Philadelphia on this coming weekend, 18th and 19th. We'll be in Philly and Germantown. You can check it out online. I wanted to go and sit at the feet of the masters. I just want to be clear. There are some powerhouses. Anthony Browder's there. Ashra Kwesi's there. Shekhem Ron Nefer-Amen the first is there. Irwa Amtahudi Kamo is there. All of these powerhouses. I want to sit and bask in the glow of them, but I get to be there and present Boutenko breathing. So I'll present a workshop on Boutenko breathing to the people and really talk about the benefits of breathing. We're going to do a workshop and some practice, so people can understand what Boutenko means and how it works. And shout out to Shekhem because he's the one that told me to learn about Boutenko breathing, and now I'm a Boutenko breathing specialist, which also has helped me, sleep apnea, high blood pressure, all of those things. The breathing works.
Wow. I mean, you're doing big things. And I mean, at the point where you can be on the same flyer as the ones who have been teaching you, and you've been like seeing them as an example. That's huge. We get to celebrate you for that.
Wow.
Okay. We get to celebrate you locally for that. But of course, if folks are trying to, stay tapped in, all of the amazing things you have going on, look right there. Let them know how they stay plugged in.
The easiest way to plug in, as usual, is on Instagram, Heru Nefer, HeruNefer. Look me up on Instagram. I do private consultations, group consultations. We take care of the babies. We take care of the elders. We take care of the vets. Whoever needs healing, hit me up. Heru Heals. Peace.
Wow. Thank you so much for all that you are doing continuously to learn and to immediately bring that learning into the community. We appreciate you for it.
We're going to Z-do-do Ren. We're going to heal ourselves and uplift the community. That's the goal. Everybody gets lifted.
Absolutely. Anytime you got updates, you know where to come.
You know it. I'll be here.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm telling you, this week is already fire. I get to wrap up this amazing passion and community driven work right after this short break. Y'all stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Here on Back to Besa, it's always been important to me that we uplift stories from across the region, and that no matter where you live in the nation, you never have to miss a moment of the show as we continue to highlight the beauty, excellence, and resilience of our communities across the Pacific Northwest. Why? Because representation matters. So no matter where you live, be it the Central District or Centralia, Portland or Pullman, or anywhere across the country, I encourage you to join me on this Back to Besa journey by downloading the free Fox Local app on your phone or smart TV as we continue to elevate the very best in our communities.
We're electric. I feel like the fans can feel that, and we're just going to keep this going.
He struck him out! Gino, like he never left Seattle!
Keep bringing the energy. We really need it. Let's go!
Got him at home! The baseball Cal did it!
We show a lot of heart. This team has a lot of fight. You guys have been electric. You guys are the key to this, so thank you guys.
Welcome back, y'all, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Of course, it's going down in the building because my guest, Heru TchaasAmen, just lit it up on fire. This is such a special time where we have access to people in our community who are diving into these ancient practices and bringing them out for all of us to learn from. And to be honest, I say this often, but our ancestors knew so much more than us, y'all, right? So we need to be tapping into these ancient practices and ancient understanding that actually heals us now to this very day. I mean, we've heard about it too in terms of a lot of indigenous practices of using the land to heal ourselves. There are specific herbs that we could be taking for direct impacts to our body, the physical body. But there are also things that we can be doing in the spiritual realm to grow and identify ourselves as the true self, as he shared earlier. And I just want to say that if you're someone who's been curious about this, maybe been on the outskirts, not really too sure about it, these are great opportunities to just learn more. If you are interested, you can definitely go to thewonderofwomen.org and look up the healing sessions that happen on Saturdays at 11 a.m. through Breathing Black Love. Or if you're someone who says, look, I want that personal one-on-one session, please hit him up at Heru Nefer on Instagram. He offers a wide range of ways to get connected because, as he shared in Zen Dudu Ren, it's all about healing oneself so you can uplift and heal others. So I encourage y'all to get tapped in with this healing. That's why we keep bringing Shechem Heru TchaasAmen back to The Day with Trae, because the truth of the matter is that I'm experiencing these benefits, y'all, and I want to constantly be sharing them with you in the ways that you can learn, connect, and heal. Thanks so much for watching. You'll know I'll be back with you tomorrow. Until then, at 11 a.m., y'all. Peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.